Hello and welcome to part 1 of Nez's Let's Play Kingdom Rush. If you don't know, Kingdom Rush is a fantasy-based wave defense game where bad guys attempt to rush your kingdom, so it definitely delivers on what it promises. We're going to jump straight in and hit New Game. When this loading screen disappears, we should have a nice colourful map, and here we are. Now we're going to ignore this part on the right because that's to do with an upcoming expansion called The Curse of Castle Blackburn. I'm going to start where this handily placed Start Here flag is. So the first place we're going to be defending is Southport, which I could swear was a town in England, but clearly not. It was never in England and was actually in a fantasy world many miles away. So greetings, noble and heroic warrior. As a general of His Majesty's forces, King Dennis requires your services. The inhabitants of the city of Southport have reported attacks by highwaymen and other roaming outlaws. You must take a battalion to Southport to bolster the city's defences. Good luck, General. So we're going to hit the 2 battle button. And here we go. Objective: protect your lands from the enemy attack. Okay, so long story short, we don't want to let the bad guys get past these 2 blue flags. Got it? Again, long story short, we're going to build our towers on these patches of dirt with the little signs in them. And we have 4 basic tower types. We've got an archer tower, which is a tower full of archers. A barracks, which is going to train our melee fighters. A mage's guild, which is a tower with a mage on, blasting the living crap out of everyone. And artillery, which deal area damage and make kaboom, blam sounds, and that's really cool. Okay, so we've got 2 things up here. We've got our health, which is, if it gets to 0, the game's over. And when enemies get past these 2 blue flags, you'll lose health. It could be 1 health for, say, a goblin getting past, but if an ogre gets past, you know, it could be maybe 3 health. We also have currency, which is what we're going to use to buy and upgrade towers. So we're going to start by building, say, a barracks here, an archery tower here, and a bombard here. So we're going to call in this first wave of enemies. And we've got new enemy, Goblin. Small evil humanoids with no outstanding abilities. Low health and average speed. Why does that sound like a description of me? Anyway, we're gonna soldier on, but I'm not happy at that. And here come the goblins, bless them. Look at them. They have no idea what they're running into. So this incoming next wave, it's 6 goblins, as you can see in the tooltip. I think our soldiers have got these 3, so we're going to call these in early. And by calling them in early, you get a little bonus gold if you're brave enough to call in the enemies early. If you can call 6 goblins an enemy. But we're going to go with it anyway. So as you can see, our bombard is now bombarding the living crap out of them, whilst the archers chip away. So the melee fighters are basically holding the enemies up so that these guys can do their damage. So we've got 9 goblins coming in, and we've got a new special power, Reinforcements. You can summon troops to help you in the battlefield. Reinforcements are free, and you can call them every 10 seconds. Okay, so we'll try and call some reinforcements here. Oh, look at them, they're just little farmers. Go on, farmers. Oh, they're getting their asses kicked. Whoa, they killed 2 goblins. That's pretty awesome. They've outshone what I expected of them. Okay, so our next wave, we'll call that in early. And yeah. Oh, we've got another new enemy. Orcs. Tough savages with light armour. Light armour and slow speed. Okay. So this is our orc here, looking big and imposing. The next wave will consist of 3 orcs. So I think by the time these guys get to here, these should have dealt with it. Tip: armoured enemies. Some enemies wear different levels of armour that protect them against physical attacks. So these guys with armour will resist damage from archery towers and melee fighting. So I think what we're going to do is we will try and build a mage's tower here, because mage towers pierce enemy armour. So these guys should start blasting them. Yep, and as you can see, it's chipping away a fair amount of health there. We're going to put in some of these to hold him up. That basically means that they'll waste his time holding him up and tank, so to speak, whilst the other guys dealt with the other orcs. I'm going to call in this next wave of 10 goblins and 4 orcs. And we've got another helpful tip. Command your troops. You can adjust your soldiers' rally point to make them defend a different area. Okay, so for example, we could tell these guys to move over there, and they'd push up higher and hold up early. Now we're going to use our other special power. No, we're not. It's not unlocked yet. You'd think they'd grey it out or something. I suppose you can't click it, so. But yeah, so there are our 2 orcs. So we're going to put the fighters there to kind of hold them up, whilst our soldiers deal with the goblins.
Reinforce!
See, we're doing a decent job of it. The last wave is a wave of 16 goblins. So we'll call it an earlier, why not? We've unlocked our second special power, Rain of Fire. This is basically just a meteor storm coming from the sky and blasting the living daylights out of everyone. It's really cool, if you're a geek like me. So we're going to just place this here and watch. Oh yeah, take that. So we're going to try and, what we'll do is no, we can't upgrade yet. This complicates matters.
For honor and glory.
So we'll build another melee tower here and another archery tower here, because this guy's, well, that puts paid to that. And that's our victory. So that was the first stage of Kingdom Rush. So we'll click continue. That should take us back to our map screen. And now we can buy upgrades. So we'll have a look at this screen. Now we've got 3 stars, which are our upgrade points, and we can spend them on all these things here. Now I'm going to spend 1 on toughness training, which makes our soldiers have more health. We'll spend 1 on the wizard's spell reach ability, which increases his range, and we'll spend 1 on better armor, because that gives our soldiers improved armor. So we'll click done, and we'll now move on to the second area, the outskirts. Good job! Your diligent investigations have revealed that it was not mere brigands terrorising Southport, but organised bands of goblins and orcs. Orcs and goblins can't be organised, everyone knows that. Now, their forward troops are creeping towards the defenceless rural communities north of Southport. We must establish an efficient and swift defence. Okay, so we'll go to battle again. We can now upgrade our towers to level 2, which basically means that your soldiers, for example, will have better armor, better damage. Same with all these basically. That's the long and short of it. Better damage or better armor, etc. Okay, so I think what we'll do is we will put a barracks here, an archery tower there, and we'll call in the first wave. We've got another tip. Barracks are good for blocking the enemy but lacking attack power. Make sure you have enough firepower to support them. Got it! So we've got a wave of goblins coming in. We'll try and split these up by putting those there. That basically means that there'll be less pressure on these guys to deal with these 3, whilst those 2 are kind of held back, if you get me. We should be alright here, I think. Just in case, we'll put an archery tower there as well, so they can start chipping away at those guys. And like, archery towers seem to do a heck of a lot of damage early in the game, which is pretty cool. We've got a bit of an issue here, so we're going to blow the living daylights out of them. Good night. We've got a second wave of goblins coming in now. We'll try and split a couple of these off at the back. Well, that extra bunch of like 8 there complicates things, but we'll live with that. This is a lot of goblins. So I'm going to put a second barracks here and have them press up there and kind of tank whilst the archers deal with them. What's the next wave consist of? 12 goblins and 4 orcs. We'll call that in early. Get a nice little bonus of 5 gold. Soon enough we'll upgrade a couple of these towers.
Reinforce!
So here they come, in all of their green skinned glory. So as you can see, the archers are chipping away at those guys there. And now we've got the second batch of soldiers to hold them up whilst the archers carry on dealing out damage. I love these farmers. They fight so brave, but they always die. New enemy. A wolf. Very fast, vicious creatures that can dodge melee attacks. So as it says, they can dodge melee attacks, they have low health and they are very fast. Well, they are pretty fast, to be fair. So I'll try and hold a couple of them up. They make a strange sound, but they've not really done any damage to us, so we're cool with that. So we're going to upgrade this tower here. Now you can see that the soldiers now have better armour on, so they're a higher level of soldier. I don't profess to be great at this game, I know that I'm not, but I enjoy it all the same.
To battle!
So we're going to place this here. See, that's killed about 8 of them there, so that was pretty cool. Really early on, it's really difficult to lose health in this game early on. You know, to let enemies get past this point. Knowing my luck now, I'll make a fool of myself, and about 6 of them will get past. But towards the middle of the game, it really does jump up in difficulty. And whilst it's still fairly easy, there's a couple of boss battles which are pretty difficult. So we're going to place another one of those there, and another archery tower there. So this seems to be a wave composed entirely of orcs, which means really I should have a mage's tower now. So I'm going to sell this and put a mage's tower. I've bought the bloody wrong one. Well, that serves me right, doesn't it? What I wanted to place was a mage's tower to pierce the armour of the orcs, but my stupidity put paid to that. We'll call these guys in. No, we won't. That's a pretty big wave. Let's just deal with these first. So yeah, these wolves, see how they do move a lot quicker. They don't do much damage though, thank the Lord, because if they did, we'd be in trouble. So I think what we'll do now is we will sell this and actually buy a mage's tower this time. Well done. Just congratulating myself there for getting it right. Holy Moses! I didn't even notice them coming in. So we could do some gold now to upgrade our towers a little bit more, but I think we'll roll with it for now. I think we can deal with this. I hope we can deal with this. There's quite a few of them getting around here. You guys can push up a little bit. Same with you. We'll try and hold those up there. Right, now what we're going to do now, because this is the last wave and they've got past us, we're going to sell that tower so that we can upgrade these two. Because that there, the barracks there, wasn't really going to be doing anything. Same with these now. So we'll sell those. And can we upgrade anything? Nope. But that seems to be almost the last of the wave. Just one more orc, and he's dead. So there we go, victory, and 3 lovely upgrade points again. So we will go into the upgrade page. We'll buy a few upgrades. We've got 3 to spend. No, I don't really see the point in that yet. We'll buy that for 1. So that's basically upgraded their attack and their range, and yeah, we'll use that because Arcane Shatter destroys a portion of the enemy armour on every hit from our wizards. So that seems decent. Anyway, we'll leave it there. Thank you for watching part 1. Please like, comment and subscribe if you want to, of course, and look forward to part 2. Thanks again.